Yo, what's going on, man? This is Brian Campbell coming back at you one more time from loveandforgiveness.com, man. So check this out, man. I got a request for an interview from a guy the other day, and I want to share this with y'all, man. Some questions that he threw at me that, I just want to share what was going on, man. Give me some comments at the bottom. Let me know how y'all feel about this too. Yeah, everything is important, right? Because we all in this relationship thing anyway, right? So look at, check it out. Yeah, threw me 7 questions, man. One was like, what is the #1 issue brought to you in regards to relationships? I said cheating, because that's like the biggest thing going on right now. Hey, Tiger Woods, come on, they got us, all these celebrities and all this stuff. It's all about infidelity out here nowadays. Presidents, it's just been wow, so that's why I thought it'd been cheating, because it's been going on since the beginning of time, right? Yeah. So question number 2 was this. Do you find in today's society, with all the stress couples that have that intimacy tend to take a back seat, to issues like job, income, and self-identity? I said yes, it does. Because it's like this, man. You have to work to make the money to pay the bills, which allows you to have the home you live in, to be able to share the time as a family and as a couple. As you can see, as a couple is like the last one. So yeah, it does take a backseat to it, man. Sad but true, but you gotta live. Because there's an order to things, right? So if they're not in place, intimacy will be the last thing on your mind, especially from the women. Y'all mind got to be there first. If the mind ain't there, woman ain't trying to hear that, right? I have often said marriage is a business/partner relationship. Because if you don't handle your business, there will be no pleasure. That's just the way it works. And that's just how it's going to be, man. The women don't play about that security, man. Because I'm telling you, you ain't paying them bills, that thing going to stay dried up all day long. Then until you tell her, hey, I got a job. And all of a sudden, you might get a drip. Okay. The third question he threw at me was, speaking of self-identity, how important do you find it when it comes to couples and how they interact? Self-identity? I said it's very important. If you don't know who you are, if you have not identified with yourself, okay, then what or who are you to your mate, right? She or he'll be constantly trying to figure you out and be all confused, in which could become very aggravating. Life's short. Ain't nobody got time to play them games, man. So once you become comfortable in your skin, accept who you are and love who you are, it's easy to be with somebody else. It's typically easy to be with somebody else. At least you have a direction. You know who you are, what you want to deal with. Now you develop standards, because you became one with yourself and you love yourself, so you feel like you deserve great things, right? You can imagine, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? When you two meet, one of you is Dr. Jekyll, one of you is Mr. Hyde, and every time you meet, it's vice versa. Every time you just don't know who you dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I couldn't do it, bruh. Ain't no way in no, I could not do it, because I'd rather know who I'm dealing with on a daily basis to keep that turbulence down. Alright, so question number 4 was, do you find individuals say in their 40s and 50s to downplay the importance of sexual intimacy? I said I don't think so, because I don't know. I do know this, that the body and mind changes over time. I do know that much. Sex may be a little less than when you were younger. Come on. But that does not take away the importance of sex, the intimacy. Nowadays, I find a lot more mature people in their 40s and 50s having way more sex than what's considered normal. It varies per individual. They got all this Viagra and all this Cialis and all this stuff going on out here. They're taking that stuff and they rocking and rolling, man. I don't know. There's some old freaks out here, boy. They ain't playing with it now. They out here getting it on, getting the grind on, like really. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it depends on each individual. That was question number 4. Number 5 was what suggestions would I give older folks to spice up their relationships? That's simple, really. Just try new things, do new things outside the norm, do things outside the norm. You'd be surprised what going on a date can do. Just simply going on a date together. I don't care how long you've been together. Because me and my lady, we do that often. No one has done it all. Nobody has done it all. This is a big world we live in out here, right? I'm quite sure there's something new and different showing up every day on earth. Every day. So, I mean, hey, just do things outside of the norm, man. That'll definitely do something for you. Okay, now, question number 6 was, do you find one person in a relationship deciding that they are not loved because their partner has lost interest? That one kind of threw a curveball at me, but I thought about it. I said, well, a person can decide whatever they want. When you really think about it, you can be loving them with all your might, and they could still feel like, that's not enough. You're doing all the wonderful things, but in their mind, this may not be enough, or they may not feel love because of one little thing their mate's doing, just something small, like it's just not enough. You didn't quite reach the bar yet, So there are different types of love. We have different types of love for different people. You can love anyone. You can love anyone, but just because you're not interested does not mean you don't love that person. Now, if you're talking about being in love and loving someone, these are two totally different things. Two totally different things. I mean, because, like I said, you can love anybody. Being in love with somebody is anything. It's totally different, man. So, and question number 7, last one, right? What would be the first thing any person of 40 to 50 needs to work on in general that would aid the rediscovery of their partner? Quite simple. Communication. Good, honest communication, okay? I understand that people grow over time, and in marriage, right, you're going to either grow together or you're going to grow apart. That's just how it works. I mean, but if something has caught your attention about the one you're with, you may want to address that issue right then. Don't let it fester. Don't it'll be all right now, or you just brush it off to the side like ain't nothing going on. Then some people let it go on, and one day you wake up and you're not with the same person you were with years ago. You know where that's going, right? More likely you're going to break up. You're going to go on your separate ways. But communication is the key. I told mine, I don't care what time, what day, what place, what subject it is. If you need to talk to me, do so. But if they don't talk to you after you tell them something like that, then that's on them, because you have made yourself available. This is how we both know that where each other's mind is at all times. That's just too easy. That's how you going to do it. But it cracked me up, man. This guy called me for the interview, and I was glad he did. I really appreciate it. But what was funny about it was he was asking me questions about people who are at 40s and 50s. Now, me, I'm 31 years old. What? If I'm advising people that's in the 40s and 50s, I think something may be wrong, because I would think by this age, you pretty much done figured it out. You done played all the games. You're now and begin to be real with yourself, right? But the phrase old fool didn't come from nowhere. Somebody had to play that role once upon a time, So, and I've heard an older guy that was cheating basically tell me, now it was just a regular conversation, older dude told me, now basically say, hey, what can this young buck tell me that I don't already know? But what was funny is, he was dead wrong committing adultery, right? And I was talking about doing the right thing, So, well, I guess guilt can make you be defensive, right? But I tell you, man, I don't know exactly. I want to share this too. Also, the guy this interview was for a podcast. It was a podcast interview, so I don't know. This thing may come over the radio eventually. Okay, what I can do is when he get ready to send me the finished product, I'm going to do another video and let y'all know when it's coming up, man. And hopefully I get the radio station and everything. I'm going to shoot it out to y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy listening, man. But like I said, I'm here for you. LoveForgiveness.com.